Good morning. I have a request for a combination, so here is what I'm going to do. I had to pause earlier, so this is actually my third attempt. First attempt I had to stop and go get my pendulum and my glasses. Second attempt I stopped because there was an interruption, so this is how we work. Alright, well evidently you went out, so you're going to stay out. So this is a combination request regarding what is going to be going on in a person's life. Now, there is some conflict, I do know that, and after a discussion, it was decided that a combination reading would be done to get an overview and then to get in some details. So, overall feel of what's going on, what needs to be done, those kinds of things, step by steps. So we're going to break this up. This is probably going to be a three-parter, but that's okay. As long as I don't name names, I have permission to put this on the site. And yes, I'm shopping. So we're going to go with the first part of it. And so the main question is, there is a conflict regarding inheritance. And we need to know if there is hidden information, or does she have all the information, and what to do to resolve the conflict. So, or if it can be resolved. So the first thing we're going to do is the overall air of what's going on. What needs to be known. The overall. Okay. Now I don't have these memorized quite like I probably should. So this is kind of one I've had for a couple years, and because it's so daunting to me, I haven't delved into it like I probably should have. So let me just remove my bookmark and we will go from there. So this is reversed. Some of these names are very unique and hard for me to pronounce, so there are going to be times I'm going to look at that and go, yeah, I'm not pronouncing that. But I'll do my best. So this one is Arvel Periot, communication, and it was reversed. So what is in regarding the inheritance and the conflict is due to lack of communication, since this is the main thought of this card. But it could also mean that, it could be that they're not going to communicate. There is a lack of communication, of course, because it's reversed, but the reasons behind the lack of communication are varied, could be varied. And it could be the fact that someone's being stubborn. It could be a matter of there is hidden information that is not being communicated, or everybody has their own way of thinking and other ways of picking up information, and everybody's getting their wires crossed. So that's what this is going to give us some information regarding in which direction we need to take this. Double check whenever possible. If you just heard somebody say something out of character, it may be well that you misheard or misunderstood. And see, that's another thing with communication. There could be a lot of misunderstandings. There may be missing information, missing emails, posts gone awry, posts being snail mail that may be misaddressed, or important words that are unsaid. Someone may have laryngitis, his throat blocked by unspoken words, useful information held in silence, benefits no one, and may harm the situation. Okay, so I would, given the way this in conflict regarding the inheritance is going on, I'm going to say all of that and above. So this is what's underlying issue. There is hidden information. People know something. Somebody knows something they ain't saying, and because probably they don't want to make the situation worse, or they don't want it to be revealed, meaning that they still hold on to something. Now, then we're going to go into the connector, which is, let's see, you are called, come on, where are you? Okay, wrong direction. It looked like a 5 and it's a 3. Okay, so Lasgunia, sunken treasure, discovery of self and adventure. So let's take a look at this. This is upright, not reversed. It's the only upright too. If you look at the other two cards, they're reversed and this is reversed. Pay attention to dreams, to listening to the murmur of the waters, to note the patterns of the damp fallen leaves, and listen to the distant sounds of angelic music among the stars. Suggest soothing bath, hot tubs, jacuzzis, trips to nearest spa, hot springs, or dips in the handiest sea, pond, or mountain lake. Mud baths also help us quiet down, become strong enough to explore territory, which is the earth and the waters and the depths of the heights. And important it is to explore the inner realms. She tells us that exploration of the outer realms is also vital. Suggests that we go places we hadn't been before, try things we have never done, take classes in subjects we ain't been, that we always meant to study someday and we never got around to. Almost goes without saying she recommends exploring the Fae. Also suggests kissing any metaphorical or actual frogs you encounter to test for princes or princesses, but don't know how seriously you want to take that suggestion. So what I'm getting from this is that because there is a lot of conflict, she needs to sit back, take a step back, and basically listen to her intuition. And the only way she's going to be able to hear her intuition and know what's going on behind the doors and where people ain't communicating is she's going to have to take a step back, relax her mind enough to listen to the intuition that is trying to get through to her. Again, a type of communication. Now, here we have 43. All right, so many curly cues on this. I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's a beautiful artwork. I can't read that even with glasses. Too many curly cues. And that was reversed. So now we're going to flip over to where you are in the book. And it's only using this book because I have not got this down yet. I've had it for a couple years and I'm just now starting to try to use this more the way it was meant to. Geo the slow. Cycles, slowness, waiting, patience. End result, and it's reversed. Unnecessary delays or even stalling may be going on here. Whether the querent is the cause or the victim, may be time for him to give things a tactical but firm push to get them in motion. Geo may be in charge of slow process, but they should be actually proceeding and not stuck. Okay. So here is what I'm getting. There is miscommunication going on, but it's on purpose. She's going to have to take a step back and just relax and devoid herself from the situation so she's not so emotionally attached and up in front of it. So she has to take a step back, and then her intuition, she'll be able to listen to what the next step is. And she's going to have to go ahead and realize that somebody is deliberately halting the process. So she's going to have to use her intuition, probably have to get a hold of a lawyer, and she's probably going to have to let them push the situation forward, because there are a lot, if she's trying to take care of it herself without without involving lawyers, she's not going to be able to do that. She's going to have to go forward and not involve her personal emotions. So when I get the message or read the information of what this card is supposed to be, which is immersing yourself in water, listening to your intuition, she's going to have to take a step back. She knows she doesn't want to accept what has been trying to come through, and she's going to have to go to the lawyers, because they're going to push things forward because other people are trying to block it. So if she takes the legal aspect, they are no longer in a way to where they can block it, because she's been trying to step outside and handle it personally. That's not the way to go in this situation. They're playing with her. Yes, I use a pendulum, so let's see if I can put this to where y'all can see and not move my hand. Okay, so let's see here. Are there any other messages these cards have to give regarding her situation? No. Okay. Lawyer aspect, correct? Is she going to be able to get everything her way? Is she going to have to give? I'm talking about the younger daughter, not the first daughter. This younger daughter. Is the younger daughter going to get her way? Is she going to have to share? And the hidden information is that there is another child. I thought so. Okay. When I need yes and no answers, this is what I go to. When I need an overview, a flow of information, what is healthy, I do these messages, the Oracle's messages. So, I don't think I need the animal totem cards. These gave me some information that I need to keep in mind. Somebody's deliberately blocking. Alright, now these came out, so I need to know what they are before I go any further. Now, this one came up: Bright Mother, creativity, nurturing, productivity, intimacy and sheltering, which is acknowledge the people and things in your life, good, bad, and indifferent. She has to acknowledge that there is another child. Topsy-turvies. And that's going to turn everything upside down. That it can be no more truer. There is another child. It is legally allowed to have access to the inheritance, and that has been turning everything upside down, because that's been in question. Nobody's wanted to admit to it, and that feeds back into the communication. I know, this is, like I said, this is going to be several parts. So there's the oracle part. I'm going to label this part 1, and then I'm going to go into the second part. Okay, so where do I stop this one?